What is going on, guys? DBG here, and this is the 2K player ramblings video. This is the once a week where we just talk by myself about 5 topics. You never know, I might end up having a guest coming in, but at the end of the day, it is literally just gonna be one of those situations where it is just me, more than likely just gonna be me talking into a camera. So yeah, basically, we are playing in a upcoming MyTEAM tournament. A video will be on the channel later today. But we are just going to be playing a bit of a game. Well, the video will be on the main channel, like going over why I'm using this squad, the rules of the tournament. But basically, this is the team I'm running with, so I might as well practice with it. So, yeah, before we go on to any of the actual topics, tournament's an interesting one again. It's a tournament being run by Fatboz. Free entry tournament being run by like a professional esports organization over here in Europe. And it's quite a big cash prize, which is great. There's quite a big cash prize. It's the largest, as far as I'm aware, cash prize for a free to enter tournament in my team. Like, there's only 16 of us in it. So I'm on current gen right now. Obviously, it could actually take quite a while for me to even find a game, because with SBMM and the fact they still have their system where they want to match you up with even squads. So because of SBMM, there's a highly unlikely chance, or it's highly unlikely that I find a game within like a minute. I was 17 minutes earlier and I couldn't find a game using this squad. So I don't even know if I'm going to be able to practice at all with this team before the tournament. So it's going to be a little bit awkward. But yeah, so the very first topic we are going to be talking about is Spotlight Sims. So, Spotlight Sims. What are Spotlight Sims? Spotlight Sims, we already have them in the game. They are literally just 2K's way of basically giving out free cards and getting people to do an offline grind. So basically, you win a number of challenges. The hardest ones are on Hall of Fame difficulty. Lovely, we found a game. And then if you win all the challenges, you get a certain free card. And you need to get... Okay, it's a 5-man. This should be okay. You need to win X amount of games. Or so you need to get X amount of cards and you get a final lock-in. So last year's Spotlight Sims were just too long. The first 2 Spotlight Sims, I personally believe, were just way too long. I don't think that's going to happen again. I think in general, we're going to see Spotlight Sims be kind of the way they were the last time. Like, they didn't take too long. The last one was like a 24-hour-ish Spotlight Sim. It's long. So, you know, it was about 30 hours. If you guys don't remember, last year's ones were 60 hours each, the first 2. So why I kind of want Spotlight Sims, I was hoping we saw them this week, because they bring a lot more players into the mode. And that's the whole thing. Like, anything that brings players into the mode, whether it's like juice pack odds, not just pack odds, juice packs, whether it's like any whether it's like an event like they had in Triple Threat, anything that brings players into the mode. Oh my god, for the first time ever, someone has a home kit that actually clashes with these kits. That's annoying me. It's annoying for me. But yeah, so basically, I keep forgetting that Noah's like complete wrong skin tone here. Yeah, Spotlight Sims. I think we need Spotlight Sims because the game's just kind of died. Like, I'm telling you, this is the most the game has been dead since before Christmas. And it's crazy, like I said in other videos, like, we only play this game for content, most of us. Like, if 2K don't give us content, very few boot up the game. Like, it's sad, but it's true. Like, a lot of people want to argue MLB The Show. Like, MLB The Show sells less copies every year than people that have, on just PlayStation alone, than people that have unlocked Emerald and Donald Foyle. And that's not even Emerald Clay. And that's on one system. Like, if you take the amount on Xbox as well into account, and the couple on PC and the Switch, there are significantly more people that have unlocked Emerald Donald Foyle or Emerald Clay Thompson than play the show. Let's just get bumped in the backcourt. It's my fault. So, yeah, the show might be great. The show might be the greatest game in history, but it doesn't really matter because the player base isn't really big. Like, it really isn't. It sells 1 million copies a year. It sells less copies than WWE. Like, it's like blaming I know, it's like blaming views going down in 2K because FIFA comes out. There's no correlation. There's no correlation at all there. But let's post them up. There we go. But yeah, so I think 2K needs to do something to bring players into the game. Spotlight Sims would have been perfect. But there might be a MyTEAM event coming soon. As in, like, the MyTEAM Festival. Because Ronnie did talk about that. But Ronnie did say he was really excited about this week's content. And we haven't really seen any content this week yet that's any good. Unless he was, like, super hyped about, I don't know, Arvydas Sabonis. Or super hyped about Boris Diaw. And I mean, I'm someone that has Boris Diaw as my favorite player. And I believe Arvydas Sabonis is in the conversation for top 10 players of all time if you take in his prime. I still wasn't excited about seeing those guys. So I think that's what he's talking about. But you just never know what could be coming on Friday. Like, we have the potential to see something quite decent, which could be big, which could be really, really big. So for me, I'm optimistic, or I'm pessimistic, but I would rather my mind be blown than be optimistic and be annoyed, like happens so often with 2K. But yeah, so let me back you down, Rondo. Spotlight Sims, again, there's something that fixes all of that, because one, it gets me playing the game, it gets other people playing the game, and I don't even think once they come out there's that much hype. I think people play for the first like 3 or 4 hours of Spotlight Sims, they get the 1 to 2 that they like. No one really cares about the final cards, but it takes normally about 2 hours to get a player. And I will say that normally there's 1 to 2 cards that everyone is kind of looking to get, like the Sidney Wicks last time, or for me, the Nate Robinson was fun, the Iverson was fun, like those type of things are fun. I don't think that whatever the reward is, I don't care. It's not going to be a Kobe again. Like last year it was hyped because it was Kobe, but no one cared about Hakeem Olajuwon. And no one cared about the Opal James Harden last year. No one cared about the Siakam. So those cards don't really get any hype. But the fact is that next time there is a Spotlight Sims, we are potentially getting, we're probably getting 15 free Galaxy Opals. I'm being dead serious. We're probably getting 15 free Opals. I don't think you can really complain about that. And yeah, whatever. If they take 2 hours to grind, look, they're free. They're free. There's no cost on them. They're free. So really, it's something that I'm very, very interested in. Which JR is this guy running? Oh, he says Diamond JR. It's Diamond JR. Good steal, KPJ. Does he have Showtime? I'm not sure. But now we have got topic number 2. The HTB versus DBG boxing match. So is it going to happen? There's a 95% chance that it doesn't. The reason why obviously I'm talking about it is that, I don't know, it's one of those things with all the the hype with around kind of like YouTube boxing now. Like there's the Twitch versus YouTube boxing event. There are things like that going ahead. My whole logic is that, for me anyway, that there could be potential that, say, 2Hype run something like that, or someone kind of in our general field is going to run something like that. So for me, I'm just thinking, I'm like, look, if they're going to run something like that, because they've done plenty of these basketball games before in the past. They've done plenty of the basketball games, but unfortunately, I'll be dead serious, I haven't been relevant enough to play in them. So I'm just like, you know what? If something like this happens again, do I have enough relevance to be on any of the cards? Not really. But, for example, if it's spoken into existence, if there's the seeds been planted, myself versus Henry, for something like this, and months in advance, maybe say, for example, if Chris or Jesser tweets out that they're running something like this, and the fact that these guys know who we are, they know us. I've met 2Hype in person plenty of times. Don't know them well, but I know the guys. If I see them in person, they'll know who I am. I'll speak to them. But it's one of those situations where then suddenly, if they do announce it, everyone starts spamming DBG versus HTB, and there's more of a chance of it happening than if we wait until, or for me anyway, if I wait until after the announcement and then start calling somebody out. Then there's a 0% chance of anything happening in that scenario. So, is there going to be a box match or anything? Almost 0% chance. Almost 0, maybe 2% chance. And honestly, it's one of those situations where if it's You need a 6 month. You need a 6 month, just even for your own safety. You need like a 6 month heads up on something like that, because, like, again, I don't think either of us are really trained in combat sports. Neither of us have any training, so, like, again, he's a big guy. He does a lot of lifting. How did that go in? He does a lot of lifting. I may not look it, but in terms of like power, like I was a 11 100-meter runner as an 18-year-old and a 5-time national shot put medalist, and did a whole bunch of like power training. So in terms of power, like, I think we'd be on a similar level in size. We probably weigh something quite similar. So that wouldn't, like, neither of us have any experience, so it would be an interesting one. But like for me anyway, like it's a danger for both of us to get into a ring without 6 months. Without at least 6 months to train. But at the end of the day, like, it's not. We're talking about some hypothetical situation. Like, it was a hypothetical situation brought up on a podcast for exactly the reason why I brought it up. There's nothing going on in 2K. Wait for somebody to mention it to him, and then he goes back. And I gotta give props to Henry. He's getting better at it. He's getting better at the promo game. Because, like, last year there were a couple of times, like, myself versus Henry in a wager. Was it going to happen? Was it not going to happen? I don't know. But there was a couple of times where I would say something, and it's evidently not to be taken seriously. And the reason why I would say it is I'm hoping he fires back with something. Because, like, if he fires back with something, and it's something good, then... That's bad by me. Oh, nice cut. If he fires back with something good, then I'm like, okay, I can tweet something out. Maybe I can make a video on it. And if I make a video on it, maybe he can make the video responding to it. It's like that's just the way I'm kind of looking at things. And again, it's kind of like the view loop situation. The Ty Debo versus DBG beard wager sums the whole thing, just sums up the whole situation. Like, did I know I was going to lose to Ty? 1,000,000%. Did I really just want to shave my beard? Of course I just wanted to shave my beard. Like, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to realize that. But at the end of the day, I made that first video. And that game that we played, where I had like 4,000 viewers at one stage, I think Ty had 3,500. Like, we peaked at nearly 9. We peaked at like 8,000 viewers. That should have been a steal. Which has been unheard of. Like, no one's pulled in 8,000 viewers on a MyTEAM game live outside of the 250k tournament since the Cash Nasty, Jesser, Laser prime era, like 2k17. Those guys, they weren't even pulling in those numbers live in 2k15 when people were talking about them, like when them just starting. So that was like huge for me. That was like huge for that situation. That was huge for both of us, that whole game. And the reason why it was so big was that, like, I obviously made the first call out video. The most obvious, like, BS WWE promo type video ever, calling him out over his disrespect for calling a card bad in game. That's just me not focusing. And then it wouldn't have been as good if we had just played the wager, but he clapped back with a video. It was actually his fastest growing video, like within like 5 or 6 hours, his most viewed video ever in that time. So he goes and claps back. And that was perfect. It was on. I was getting DMs non-stop. I was looking at these 2K forums. They were all hyped up for this game. Everyone that had any involvement in my team, it was what they were talking about. It was the talk of the town. And obviously, it was a glorified friendly game. But at the end of the day, it was entertainment for people, and it got people caring. Like, was the result of that game predetermined? No. Were either of us trying our hardest? Not really. Like, I was trying to troll him. He was trying to beat me by 100, and if someone's trying to beat you by 100 points, it's very easy to beat them. It's very easy to, like, get them out of their rhythm, and that's why the game was close. It was nothing, like, I can guarantee you he tried, but the way he played me like I was a bum. And that's how I end up, oh my god, you scrub. That's how I beat a lot of comp players, is that they'll play me like they're going to beat me by 50, and then suddenly they're down by 10 points going into the fort, and they've realized, they're like, oh damn, he's not actually horrendous, and we don't have enough time left to pull away. So, yeah, that's basically the situation with Henry, is that, like, is there going to be one? Almost a 0% chance. But now, the seed is planted, so that if there is ever an opportunity for it to happen, We already have that seed planted, and it means there's a hell of a lot more likely to happen now than would have been otherwise. Because at the end of the day, it's all content. Like, it's all for content. People are going to be interested in it. Do we dislike each other? I have no idea. For all I know, he could hate me. But there's no malice from my end. But yeah, it's all just for entertainment purposes. It's all just getting the community involved. Creating, again, it's all about creating those view loops. It's like why I'm so have no problem at all with people reacting to some of the content that I do. Because at the end of the day, it's bringing more viewers on me. And not only that, it's getting everybody's name up. Like, for example, if Ty wasn't doing those reaction videos to my tier lists, my reaction videos, say Ty versus Troydan, to certain things Ty does, they become irrelevant. But now there's that link there. There's that view loop between the viewers of both of our channels. So, reading that. That's a big shot. Let's go. So, yeah, that is essentially it. Is it going to happen? Well, we'll see if there is any event where it could happen, but highly, highly unlikely. So then, as one of our other topics, this is the craziest thing ever. This is actually the craziest thing ever. It just sums up the whole, just internet. I didn't realize guys showtimed. But do any of you guys know about this story? The Vivian Lakers catfish story? So apparently there was some, like, no one knows who it was. Girl, guy, nobody knows. But basically they had a Lakers fan page, and they were like a member of a podcast, and they pretended to be someone they weren't. They also said they were dying of cancer, said they had cancer, and went missing as well. They not only had cancer, they also just went missing a few days ago. And it turns out not only was it all fake, like obviously they gained like 14,000 followers as Vivian. They catfished, that's not a 3. Oh. I mean, they catfished some random person, and the random person was talking about being catfished in some, I don't even know, one of those like group chat app or like public chat apps or something. But it turned out Kevin Durant got involved in the situation, and when the person faked and claimed to be missing, a missing person, Ice Cube's son tweeted out saying we need to go find Vivian, who was not even a real person, it turns out. It is the most mental story ever. And it just shows again on the internet, you never truly know anybody. They could Photoshop all of their pictures, which this Vivian person did. It was proven that whoever was the catfish Photoshopped every one of the pictures. So we know for a fact that this Vivian person isn't real. Their Twitter's gone. But, oh, it's just the internet in a nutshell. Nope. There we go, into Noah. And one. Let's go. But, like, I cannot believe that was a real thing. Like, there's no... It's hard to say anything else on the topic. Like, because, again, I've only watched a couple of videos on it, and it's a non-story. It's just funny. It is just funny, like, run them off. Oh, it's a next-gen contest. Ah! I wish I'd made that a topic. Contest system on current gen and next gen. Can you just get out of there, please? Green that. Decent shot by LaMelo. Come on, 2K. Don't BS me. The defense. Again, this is one of those situations where it's like I'm way ahead and the guy gets Gatorade symbol and he starts beating me. Like it just makes absolutely no difference. Then we have gotten one of our other topics, saving MyTEAM Unlimited. So how would I save Unlimited game mode? Because the game mode is dead. It's dead. First of all, one of the most ridiculous things ever is if you don't get rewards for staying in a tier. Like we got that last year. Like if you went 9-3, you got a reward. If you went 10-2, you got a reward. If you went 11-1, you got a reward. Like, that's only a new thing this year, where if you don't get the top reward, you literally don't get anything. And then you can only get the rewards once. So, like, if you go Decent shot. If you go, say, 11 and 0 to win the pink diamond, then you go down from the opal tier. You literally need to win 23 games before you can get any rewards from playing the game. And if you are running a Galaxy Opal lineup, unless you've got diamond contracts, in terms of costs, in terms of MT cost per contract, and the game capping the amount of MT you can make in a game at 1200, you are guaranteed to make a loss. So you have to win 23 games if you go back down to the pink diamond tier with 0 reward before you get that get that Galaxy Opal. You should get rewards for going down. It should not be at a cost to play the game. Like, it should not be cheaper you should not have an MT deficit from playing a game. Simple as. If you play 5 games, you shouldn't lose. And this isn't even with a good team. If you play 5 games with an all-diamond team, you're still losing MT. Because, like, the max you can get is 6,000 MT. And 5 games with all diamonds, you're paying 6.5k. Do you lose? I'm trying to think, does an all-amethyst team? No, you profit with an amethyst team. But, yeah, with an all-diamond team, you make a loss. All-diamond team or higher, you make a loss. Which is kind of crazy. It's crazy to me, anyway. Oh my god, you scrub! I hate this game so much. I'm literally playing this until the weekend. He literally can't miss. Gatorade symbol, no Gatorade symbol. He literally can't miss. He can't miss. I hate this game with a passion. Dunk it, please. Good, no. But, yeah, like, Unlimited is in a really bad state right now because, again, the fact that you can get it's the most least rewarding game it's ever been. Like, they wanted to bring in... We wanted the game mode to be more rewarding. Like, what we asked for was because, like, people were intentionally losing to get certain rewards. Back last year, we were like, if you go 12-0, can you get the 12-0 reward, the 11-0 reward, the 10-0 reward, the 9-0 reward, the 8-0 reward, 7-0, whatever, not 7-0, 7 and 5, whatever. Can you get all of the rewards if you go 12-0? Because that makes it worth it. That makes it worth it because right now, people were like... I remember people that were tanking records. I did it as well. I was intentionally trying to lose games to get Moses Malone. And I wasn't the only one. I played against some guy and I quit straight away. And he messaged me getting really angry because he was trying to tank for Moses Malone as well. Like, he literally was in the same boat as me. Both of us wanted to lose a game to get Moses Malone. And the problem with this year, again, is there's SBMM. Like, I'm fine with having SBMM in it. I'm fine. But if I'm going through 10 sweats, and that, like, again, it took me so long to find this game because the game wanted me to match me up with a sweat. The game wanted to match me up with a sweat, and the only sweat with a similar overall was a 5-man lineup. Because nobody runs 5-mans anymore. Because there's just no point in running a 5-man anymore. Nobody runs them. Doesn't even matter if it's green or not. It's good every single time because this bum can hit every single white. So, yeah, like, none of that matters. Oh my god! He's... I can't even say he's bad. The game's just bad. Don't hate the player, hate the game. This game just stinks. He's got... What? He's played the whole game and it's in the 4th quarter and he's windmill and winning on me. I hate this game so much. I'm not playing for anything as well. There's no unlimited rewards. Like, why are we not getting a diamond player for getting out of gold tier? Simply put, why are we not getting a diamond player? Diamond is like the 3rd... What's the highest tier? There's Dark Matters, Opals, Pink Diamonds, Diamonds. The Diamond's the 4th highest tier. Why are we not getting one random diamond player for going out of gold tier? Why are we getting gold and emerald cards until we get into the top, like, 3 or 4 tiers? Like, I've won 20 games of this. And the best thing I'm getting... The only thing that might make me a little bit of money is a badge. Is if I get lucky with a badge. I can't do anything. I got gold clamps. I can't do anything. Gatorade symbol Jordan is the most OP card in the game. This again, I was way, way ahead. And then the dude equipped his superpowers. AKA Gatorade symbol. Tad Young, can you do something? Okay, we're good. It's wide open. You actual bum. You can't throw a pass. You actually can't throw a pass. You scrub Wendell Carter Jr. Oh my god, get off my floor and never step foot on it again. I'm going 5-man this tournament. But yeah, unlimited. And again, if I had something to play for, would I be as angry about losing? No. And it doesn't even matter if I win. I don't even know why I'm angry. It doesn't matter win or lose. The game mode is irrelevant. Like, it's actually, nothing matters. Even unless you're going for Michael Red. Unless you're going for Michael Red, nothing matters. And Michael Red's is worse than, what's his name? I don't believe Michael Red's as good as the, what's the dude's name? Lionel Simmons. So, like, it is what it is. There's no need to play unlimited. Like, there has not been an unlimited reward, in my opinion, that has been worth grinding for since Paul Pierce. Like, there's been a few decent ones. There is none that has been a top 7 or 8 card in the game since Paul Pierce. Whereas last year we had Rudy Gay, who was one of the best in the game till the end. He was one of the best cards at the end of the game. Literally nothing I can do if they score. And we also had Will Chamberlain, who's the second best center in the game when he came out. We had Moses Malone was a bum. Dirk was a bum. The first, we had Baron Davis, who's the best point guard in the game when he came out. We had, I literally can't do anything. I'm on-balling. He's ran turbo through my body and dunked on me. I can't do anything there. Oh my god, this game sucks. Like, next gen is garbage, but it's better than this. Like, there's levels. There's levels to bad. Next gen has a few flawed mechanics. This is the worst basketball game ever made. What? How does he get his ankles broken and still get up quick enough to guard me? Oh my god. Please. Bail me out. Bail me out, 2K. I was about to say BS. I was about to scream the word what it is. Oh my god. Saving MT only, but make a better game. Simple as that. That saves it. B-Ball Daily Comeback. So this is an interesting one. And it's gonna happen soon. Because I gotta basically make it in a way. Make it a little bit better than it was the last time. Like the last comeback, it was quite easy to make the videos, but I don't know. I'm trying to come up with a system that it's doable. So the old B-Ball Daily, the old like the Micro Zemba type videos, that's just not possible. It is just simply, that's just not doable. Like, there's only 24 hours in a day, unfortunately, and oh wow, he's literally just turboing. I can't stop that. But there's not enough hours in a day with MyTEAM content and everything to do anything about that, but there is a way to revive that channel, and I do plan on... You see the way the football channels are? They're like the Mark Goldbridges of the world. The like Thogden channels of the world. Like the kind of fan channels. Like that's the type of thing that's possible to do. Oh my god, it's clear. How is that clear path? Oh my god, this game is so garbage. He was in his motion. That's not clear path. Steal. Ball don't lie. Oh my god, where's Ornell when he threw it there? But yeah, so like that's a kind of a possible thing. Doing like, this game is so bad. Oh my god. This game is so bad. Good board. Green that. There we go. We take the lead again. But yeah, that's kind of possibility. Say, I might set 2 hours every night, doing like almost like an NBA show. So do like watch party type or watch along type things, because they seem to be banging in soccer, and surely there's an audience for that type of thing in the NBA, or maybe not, because I'm not sure how much people actually care. NBA fans actually care about the games, rather than they just care about the narrative of it all. And I think I might be able to do something live on that channel, basically daily. I think it could take off, or it could die again. But at the end of the day, like, B-Ball Daily was a good run. Like 2018, when B-Ball Daily was popping, like 2017, like early 2018, like that's the only reason I am where I am right now, because If it wasn't for that, I probably would have packed this in and started teaching. Because I took 2017, 18. You're gonna give him that. I took 2017, 18 off as a off college because I was like, you know what, I want to see where YouTube goes. And DBG just went downhill. It just went down like, oh my god, don't miss. And if it wasn't for BBALL Daily picking up the views and more importantly, honestly, the money, like the only reason it was a sustainable and decent paid job was because of BBALL Daily, not because of DBG. Like 100, I can confidently say that for a couple of years BBALL Daily was the main money driver, and then obviously summer 2019 DBG just completely took over, and that's obviously when it's a lot easier to make gaming content. But if I can find a way that I don't have to stress myself out with thinking, if I can find a way that I can just kind of, like, I'm fine being on camera for a few hours a day extra. Like, it's the actual making of the videos for BBALL Daily was never the hard part. And if I can find a way that the ideas are there and I don't necessarily have to think that much and it's more just reactionary content based on what's going on in the world or based on what's going on in NBA, a little bit like with this channel, if something's happening, I'll talk about it. Like that type of content for BBALL Daily, that's doable. It's definitely doable. And I'm preparing all the graphics at the minute. I'm preparing a whole bunch of stuff just to make it as easy as possible on myself. I'm trying to set, like, I'm setting up a stream deck at the minute to set up a bunch of different things. That might take that'll take a little bit of editing time if I have the scenes all correct. If I can do it all if I can do the recordings in OBS, that can take a lot of time off the editing. And also means, like, if I can kind of break down live shows, break down longer episodes into smaller things, smaller segments, that could help as well. Like, again, doing things like the podcast, this channel, has really made me think that I'm like, because there's a lot of things like basketball related that I want to talk about on this channel. I'm like, dude, I have BBALL Daily. Why don't I just do it there? But at the same time, I don't want to just do this on BBALL Daily. This is a little bit out of comfort zone with that channel. But thank God I'm beating this guy. But yeah, that is the plan. That is definitely the plan. Because that channel, man, that channel had some bangers. Like, How Good is the Professor actually is an all-time classic. It is an all-time YouTube classic. I've had so many weird things with that channel. I had Filet get really angry at me because I said that he wasn't an NBA level player, and I stand by that. I had T-Jazz get really angry at me for the same reason, for saying that he wasn't an NBA level player, which is 1000% the truth. Like a D2 level college player. Maybe. I don't know, he got a D2 scholarship. A D2 college player. Yeah, I'll say that. And as someone who's played with and against a lot of decent Division 1 level players in the Irish Super League, it's hard to make a lot of money out of basketball. It really is. And like, the reason why I like that channel so much was it's just a completely different perspective. I think that's why people liked it a lot as well. And I was also good with ideas like, how good were they actually videos? Banged. Like, people still do them to this day. I'm not gonna say I started them. I started them because False Swipe Gaming, I think that's what his name is, the Pokemon YouTuber. He was the guy that started them, and I probably owe him my career, to be honest. But in terms of sports, like, we're seeing a lot of how good are they actually videos in, like, you're seeing a lot of them in NFL, in soccer. Like, in terms of bringing it into sport, that was me. So, like, that's probably my biggest legacy on YouTube. And stat reading. Stat reading's a pretty big one. Like, I probably am one of the all-time #1 stat readers in video games. I don't know, Nepenthes. After Nep, I'm probably #2 stat reader in all of video games. But yeah, that's a rage quit. Thank God we beat him. Thank God we came through that garbage game right there. That would have been an absolute disaster. That would have been a disaster. But yeah, so you never know. BBALL Daily it will come when it comes back. I think it'll come back for good. That's the way I'm going to say it. When BBALL Daily comes back, I think it will come back for good because of the way that I have the whole thing structured. The way that I'm going to be going about doing everything, I think when it comes back from good. It will never hit the heights it hit. I'll say that right now. It'll never hit the heights. There's too many basketball channels out there. There are too many people doing exactly what I did, but better. It will never hit the heights that it hit. But at the end of the day, I don't really care. Like, if BBALL Daily turns into me making a couple of £100 a month, like, to be fair, like this channel is doing right now, and I just talk about basketball, and when you combine BBALL Daily and DBG, if it's a couple of thousand a year, or not DBG, and this make channel, it's a couple of thousand a year extra, for me, just honestly doing something I enjoy, like, what's the harm in that? What is the harm in that? So anyway, yeah, that is pretty much it. Apologies for me getting angry at this game. I mean, have you ever seen me play current gen and not get angry? I'll be off as soon as this weekend is over. I may not touch current gen 5v5 ever again. I don't want to ever again. So anyway, yeah, that is pretty much it. That's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.